I don't give a all I know is that he's taking a shit right now in his pants, you know? Because how do you fight me on 6-day notice and you have no intentions to try to hurt me, to even land like a blow and follow up on it, or try to, you know, choke me or break my arm with an arm bar or something? So I just know that he knows that I'm going to have gas for 5 rounds, and he's going to have to put up with that fucking insane pace of me trying to just end him from start to finish.
He's like, oh, I took the fight on 6 days notice. Give me 3 weeks and I'll see what I'll do. I'll give you a whole training camp. And this time I want to stop him for real, because I think that's the only thing that's going to close his mouth. He's pretending, walking around here like he's Jesus or something. Well, I'm going to put him in a coffin this time.
I am a follower of Jesus. I love Jesus Christ, but I've never said I am Jesus. So he's it's not personal ever with none of these but I can tell you what, if it was gonna be personal, this one's pretty close, you know, just because he's saying things to promote the fight that are not true based on my religion. It didn't sit well with me at all, man, and we'll quickly find out.
There are things behind the scenes that that swing it towards a personal aspect. You have to be good to be a journeyman, because you have to be good enough to be accepted at all these different places where you go. And that's what Masvidal has been. I take nothing away from him. He's a great fighter. But even great's not enough when it comes to me. And he understands that. It's just when it comes to him and I, there's levels. I'm at an elite level, and he's not there yet.
He's gonna get hurt when we fight. He is literally the same guy that I fought right before. Literally the same guy. Now, granted, Gilbert ran into his jab, and then Gilbert kind of gave up after that. But to me, as far as like skill set goes, hasn't improved anything, and his will's still the same. You know, if the guy like folds and gives into his will, he'll ride that out. But if somebody comes back and fights in him and wrestles into him, he doesn't have it in him, and he don't have that manliness in him, and it showed when we fought. You know, he had chances to like throw blows with me because I was tired from wrestling, and what would he do? Just keep hugging me, just awkward dancing with me and rubbing feet with me. I'm like, man, we're getting paid to fight, and you trying to rub feet? Cool, bro. We'll see what happens when I got a little bit more than 6 days to prepare for your ass. And I'm gonna do the same thing I did in the first fight, but just at a much more violent pace. We can't stand together, and he knows it, you know?
I don't think, honestly, I don't think I broke him the way that I wanted to break him. There's something that satisfies me when I fight guys. And that's the thing that, and I believe years ago, John spoke about this, is when you're in there with that opponent, there's an intimate moment. It's such an intimate moment there, to where only you and that guy know what's going on. Only you and that guy know how hard he hits you. Only you and that guy know, how hard I'm coming at you. And with Masvidal, I don't think I fully broke him the way that I wanted to. With everyone else, I know when I broke him. I know when I broke their spirit. I know when I broke their heart. And with him, I don't feel like I fully got there. And so, that's really what I'm after. Is being able to break the guy to where when they wake up in the morning and they have to think about me, they just know that guy's better than me.
It's not even about the skill. It's about the will of the person, the dog in the person, you know? There's a lot of other fighters that I probably wouldn't fight them on 6-day notice, because I'm like, man, those guys are mean. If I'm not in shape and I'm a little bit tired, they're gonna try to break my nose. They're gonna try to like hurt me, you know? Usman's not that guy. He's never been. He's a coward.
I'm the type of guy to where anything you say can and will be used against you inside that octagon. I want them to say something. They do an interview that pops up, my Google alerts on. Someone from my team would tell me, boom, someone did this interview about this, check it out. If I have time, I'll watch it. Oh, he said that. Okay.
It's not that he thinks he can't beat me. He knows he can't beat me. He knows he can't beat me.
I know what he could offer at his best. And one thing that I'll take away from our first fight is that he's not as mean as he proclaims to be or thinks that he is. I know he loves to jiggle his on air like he's Terry Crews and intimidate people, but he's not mean. I was in there with him. He's not a mean guy, you know. There's no way, if this gets turned around, he steps in there against 6-day notice, that I don't do everything in my power to leave him unconscious or break his arm or just hurt him. He's not that mean guy, so I don't feel that I need any more than what the time I've been given. It's perfect.
I mean, after he loses his second fight to me, he's still going to be able to go out and sell some tequila, I believe. Sell tequila. He's not, okay, this guy's, working as a garbage man now. You know, I think he'll still find something to do. Not that there's anything wrong with being a garbage man.
It's violent, man. It's you got to give the people what they want. You know, if I was a basketball player, I'd be doing a la Kobe, a la Jordan, trying to put 50 points on somebody's face. In my sport, how you separate yourself from the pack is by violence, by leaving somebody close as possible to death as you possibly could.
At this point in the game, he's just trying to take as much money as he can get before the cat's out of the bag, which the cat's been out of the bag for me for a long, long time. He's just a journeyman fighter.
I see somebody that's not mean versus somebody that is very mean-spirited. I see somebody that is content to just hold and rub my feet instead of somebody that, man, I want to hurt you, man. I want to give every single fan in there, whether they love me or they hate me, I want to give them money's worth. You know, this is entertainment at the end of the day, mixed in with skill and stuff, you know. So no excuses. He won the first one. Cool beans. We'll see how much of a different fight this is the second time around. And from the start to the end of it, everybody will be like, yep, this was worth for the first and the second one. Thank you, Masvidal. We love you. Usman, you, because you're the same guy. You know, he's gonna come to hug me and try to put me in the fence, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work out. I just feel like I'm gonna win this fight and I'm gonna continue to do bigger and better things before I close the chapter on this MMA thing. I'm gonna do some incredible stuff, some violent things that are gonna leave people in that moment, you know, in that awe moment. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, man, with 6-day notice and 20 pounds of cut, I did some damage to him, and he literally couldn't do anything to me because I'm so much more man than him. So I'm thinking, 30 days, that's like ×5. Yeah, I'm gonna murder this guy.
And what did Colby Covington say? He's gonna leave me on a stretcher. And then I said, what? I will punish you for 4.5 rounds, and then I will get you out of there. And then what did Masvidal say? I'm gonna baptize him, this fake Jesus wannabe, I'm gonna baptize him. We know what happened. Same here. So, you know, these guys can say whatever they want, but, you know, I go in there and I take care of business.
I'm gonna fight the biggest and the best fights possible. Then I'll come down to these JV motherfuckers, you know?
You get all this hype. Now you got all these people thinking, oh my God, this guy's a killer. Where has he been? This and that. But say it like it is. I know I could stop him, but with all the circumstances that took place, I just went out there and dominated him from start to finish. So this time I will stop him.